Oh, Tony Hitchcliffe. Oh, Tony Hitchcliffe. Where on earth did they get this for so-called entertainment? Archie Bunker jokes in 2024? Really, Trump rally convention? Really? You know, I'm just waiting for the typical Trump speech. Well, he's good. He's a good comedian and good conversation on both sides. Both sides make good points, and he has some validity. He has to have free speech. But I'm not saying I condone it. I'm not saying it's right or it's wrong. I think both sides have good speeches. I really feel that right split down the middle. There is no justifying this jive turkey. Bigot loaded remarks. Who sits there? But I'm gonna tell you something. The reaction of the audience weren't really feeling it, and maybe it's because a lot of them think that way. I'll say it like this: um, non-black folks tend to they don't want to say it, but actions speak louder than words. You know, I've been around enough in this lifetime to say this. You need to signify with me if you are or you aren't with your agendas and racial ways and identities, because often than not, people have biases and they have their what they can say and what they do and what they see and what have you. But when you say stuff that's divisive openly, especially in a country that was built off of slavery, built off minority building, how does this kind of work today? And if you allow somebody like this to have a platform on your stage to present a party to what you supposedly represent, you can't turn around and say that you're not divisive. You can't sit up there and say that you're in for the best interest, especially this close to an election, that this is the best you can come up with. You bring this up on the stage to represent you, warm up act or not, everything is rehearsed and known. I love how Trump likes to play the see no evil. I don't know nothing. I didn't select the talent. If the guy doesn't say the stuff that he says, he doesn't get to your stage. I love the boogeyman who blames everybody who has color on their skin for all the ills of the world and everything that goes on in the country and everything that's wrong and illegal. I love it. I love how it is used to compartmentalize, to use your privilege. It's just so rich. There is nothing funny about this guy. It's embarrassing. People are homeless, poor, and destitute. Police brutality, racism, everything that's still going on. It makes no difference which party is in. He had a little ditty joke about people being there, but he didn't acknowledge the person that he's warming up for was at Diddy parties. Oh, Donald J. Trump got a lot of association with Diddy and Epstein and others. All of them are friends together. You know, but this is what they choose for entertainment purposes. This is how to remind you, you know. And yes, I am not going to lie. There are black folks I look at sideways, cross-eyed, and crazy when they say they're going to support Trump, especially when he has this kind of debris come up on the week before the election, and this is what you got representing you. You're not even cool enough to use tact to hide your agenda and your ways. This is the what you bring up to be divisive, to say so-called lame jokes that ain't even peanut worthy at a broke down dive, let alone at a rally or big stage like that. That's what you go for entertainment. This was embarrassing. But I'm not surprised or shocked. You need to hear what's being said. You need to get that through your skull that this is how I feel about you. This is what is up at stake. And I'm not saying anything about Kamala Harris. I told you before, I'm about reparations. I'm about that couch. You don't like it, tough. And none of them parties is all Diddy parties because they both putting stuff in everything that don't pertain to someone that looks like me. It's not, it's jive on both sides. However, the Trump agenda and what they represent, this thing, when they bring this out, they're letting you know what to think about you. They'll let you know what time it is. You don't have to go Scooby-Doo. You don't have to ride no mystery van and wonder how the case gonna be solved. This is pretty simple. This is what goes. This ain't a roast. This ain't the Tom Brady roast. This is lives and people's decision making. They have to hear this rhetoric that someone gets to say this in 2024 so openly and make some of the most vile jokes, which this is not something, this ain't about being too serious or too sensitive. This is a reality that he's talking about groups of people. Let that sink in. And there's no shame. And 3 or 4 hand claps tell me that it was offensive. And that says a lot that you would risk your momentum or wherever you were to allow this so-called comedian who I didn't find funny. I don't know. I was like, look, you can get any 4th, 5th tier turkey to tell some lame jokes. The joke's on you though, because that's what you endorse. Shows me how puerile and infantile, childish, arrogant, ego-driven, narrow-minded, bigoted, and self-serving and centered and privileged and pompous to do such a thing. But what else is new? It's out the playbook. It's the scare tactics. It's the fear mongering, and it's also the, you know, it's what it is. And that's what they settle for on that stage. So hope they got their money's worth. He told you what he thought about you vicariously through this jive turkey. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear. Watch out for another share if you like. Hit that membership. Stay blessed, stay woke, stay true, stay honest, stay real. I'm out.